case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In 1915, the Supreme Court of the United States heard a case that would set a precedent for legal proceedings involving any significant changes that broadly impacted several property owners. The ruling of Bimetallic Investment Company v. State Board of Equalization suggested the necessity of limiting individual arguments for the sake of governmental efficiency. Formerly, Bimetallic Investment Company had filed a case against the State Board of Equalization and the Colorado Tax Commission. The contention was over an enforcement order set to increase the valuation of all taxable real estate in Denver by a sweeping 40%. The Supreme Court of Colorado upheld the enforcement order, prompting the Bimetallic Investment Company to take their grievance further and appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States. The focal point of the contention became whether every individual affected by the decision had a constitutional right to be heard. The Supreme Court delivered the judgment through Mr. Justice Holmes, stating that the sole concern was whether the plaintiff's due process rights had been violated. In a verdict that demonstrated the practical considerations of governance, the court upheld the state court's decision. The judgment clarified that not every individual necessarily has a constitutional right to a prior hearing, particularly in cases where a ruling affects a large group of people equally. The court distinguished the case from the precedent set by Londoner v. Denver, which had established the right to a hearing for a relatively small number of individuals. The judgment was affirmed, determining that when a broad principle is applied that affects a large number of people, individual objections must necessarily be limited.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind, leave the stress of climb.